My beloved child, stop what you are doing and rest in my presence for just a moment. I have brought you here today for a very specific reason, and I need you to quiet the noise of the world around you so that my voice can reach the deepest part of your spirit. If you are hearing this now, it is not a coincidence or a random accident of your day. I have seen the quiet confusion weighing heavily on your heart, and I have felt the subtle, unspoken tension you have been carrying regarding a certain relationship in your life. What I am about to reveal to you will completely change the way you understand your inner circle. You have a pure and beautiful heart, chosen one. You give your love, your time, and your loyalty so freely, expecting that the people you care for will offer you the exact same sincerity in return. But recently, you have felt a strange distance. You have noticed small inconsistencies, sudden shifts in their tone, and a quiet whisper in your spirit telling you that something is simply not right with someone you deeply trust. You have spent nights lying awake, analyzing conversations, wondering if you did something wrong to cause this sudden coldness. Listen carefully, because that quiet unease you have been feeling is not your imagination, and it is not paranoia. It is my Holy Spirit speaking directly to your soul, alerting you to a reality that your natural eyes cannot yet see. If you are ready to step out of this confusion and let me reveal the truth to you, type "Open my eyes" in the comments below, and allow my clarity to wash over your mind today. There is someone close to you who is actively hiding their true intentions. To your face, they offer smiles and words of support, but in the shadows of their own heart, they harbor envy and deceit. They have been wearing a carefully crafted mask, pretending to celebrate your journey while secretly hoping that you will stumble and fail. I know this hurts to hear. I know the sting of realizing that someone you trusted is not who they claim to be. But pay very close attention to what I am doing in the spiritual realm right now. I am not exposing this hidden truth to break your heart or to leave you feeling abandoned. I am exposing this deceit to protect your magnificent future. You see, I am actively preparing to elevate you to a level of blessing, abundance, and profound peace that this particular person simply cannot handle. The magnificent destiny I have written for you requires genuine companions, people who will truly celebrate your victories and stand with you in your trials, not those who will secretly plot your downfall. I am removing the veil from your eyes today because I love you far too much to let you walk into your next beautiful chapter carrying dead weight. You are about to discover exactly why certain doors seem to inexplicably close in your face recently. It was my hand, blocking them, keeping you away from traps set by those who do not have your best interests at heart. Confirm your trust in my divine shield today by writing "I trust your protection" in the comments right now. Do not be afraid of the truth coming to light, my precious warrior. The exposure of false friends is actually one of the greatest acts of my mercy. When I show you someone's true colors, do not exhaust yourself trying to repaint them. You do not need to confront them, argue with them, or seek revenge for the pain they have caused you. I am your ultimate defender. I will clear your path, and I will handle those who have tried to manipulate your kind heart. What lies ahead of you on this journey is far more beautiful, far more secure, and far more fulfilling than anyone you have to leave behind today. Take a deep breath, let go of the heavy pain of their betrayal, and gently declare in the comments, "I release the past," as a true sign of your newfound freedom. Rest your weary mind in my embrace. You are fiercely protected. You are deeply loved, and your future is perfectly secure in my hands. You are walking out of the shadows of deceit and stepping into a brilliant season of truth, clarity, and genuine love. My precious child, I know that the revelation of this truth carries a heavy, lingering sting. When the mask finally slips from someone you have cared for, the immediate human experience is one of profound subtraction and grief. You have spent so much time looking at the distance growing between you, wondering if you were somehow to blame for the sudden coldness. You searched your own heart, reviewing your words and actions, agonizing over whether your own judgment was fundamentally flawed, or if you somehow push people away when they get too close. Listen carefully, chosen one. The decay of this relationship is not a reflection of your inadequacy. It is the necessary discomfort of a divine surgery. I am stepping in to sever a tie that was secretly draining your spirit. The person you thought was walking beside you in genuine friendship was actually standing on your shadow, quietly waiting for you to stumble. I had to let you feel that subtle unease that inexplicable tension in your spirit, so you would be willing to let them go when the truth finally surfaced. If you are ready to let me remove the connections that are secretly harming you, type "I accept your guidance" in the comments right now. I need you to look at this painful exit through a completely different lens today. What feels to your tender heart like a devastating abandonment is, in reality, the most aggressive and loving form of my protection. I am the master gardener of your life, and sometimes I must prune away a branch not because I want to strip the tree bare, but because that branch is diseased. It was drawing vital nutrients away from the magnificent fruit you are about to produce. If you are hearing this now, it is because you are standing at the threshold of a season so abundant and so radiant that it requires an entirely new foundation. I am actively preparing a table of overwhelming provision for you, but I cannot invite those who secretly harbor envy into your sanctuary. This person was simply not structurally built to carry the massive weight of the glory I am about to release into your life. Pay very close attention to what would have happened if I had not intervened. If I had allowed them to stay close to you, their hidden jealousy would have eventually become a snare, an invisible trap designed to pull you back into the mud just as you were learning to fly. They would have smiled at your victories while quietly attempting to dismantle them from the inside. I am pulling you out of that toxic environment before it can poison the beautiful destiny I have mapped out for you. Confirm that you trust my divine shield over your life today by typing "yes" below. You do not need to waste another sleepless night analyzing their words, mourning their departure, or trying to understand how someone could hide their true intentions so well. I have cleared the path ahead of you, sweeping away the hidden debris before it could cause you a permanent injury. The empty space they are leaving behind in your life is not a graveyard of lost friendship. It is an active construction site where I am building something beautiful, secure, and true. I am not going to leave you relationally empty. The isolation you might feel right now is only a temporary passage between the false companions of your past and the genuine, steadfast relationships I am already bringing into your next chapter. I am clearing the stage for people who will look at your light and celebrate it, rather than trying to extinguish it to make themselves feel taller. If you choose to release the heavy burden of this false friendship today and walk into my peace, please type "I let go" in the comments. Rest your weary mind, my beautiful warrior. The truth has set you free. The darkness of their deceit is permanently behind you, and you are sailing forward with a lighter ship, fully protected by my hand. The glorious, undeniable reality of your triumph is safe, and your heart is completely secure in my embrace. My precious child, I need to speak directly to the fear that crept into your heart when that door slammed shut in your face. You have been carrying the heavy, exhausting belief that the closed doors were closed because you genuinely were not qualified to walk through them. You looked at the rejection and the silence, and you let the enemy convince you that the gap between the life you were meant to have and the life you have been living is somehow a measure of your fundamental inadequacy. Listen carefully, chosen one. That fear is not from me. It is a lie designed to target your very identity, to make you feel small so that you will stop reaching for the massive future I have prepared for you. When something is taken from you, when a path is blocked or a deep longing goes unmet, the immediate human experience is one of subtraction and grief. The natural human response to subtraction is fear. The fear that the subtraction means something negative about you, that you deserve to lose it, or that you are simply not enough to keep it. But I need you to pay very close attention to a profound secret about how my kingdom operates. In the economy of my kingdom, subtraction is not always subtraction. Sometimes what looks to you like a devastating loss is actually a divine clearing. What is removed not as a punishment, but as preparation for the magnificent things I am bringing your way. If you are ready to stop measuring your worth by the doors that closed on you, type "I am chosen by God" in the comments right now, and let my truth rebuild your confidence today. If you are hearing this now, it is because you need to understand that the thing that broke needed to break, not because it was bad, but because it was not built for what is coming. The breathtaking future I have ordained for you requires something structurally different than what that past opportunity could have provided. I am pouring new wine for you, and new wine cannot go into old wineskins. Do not miss the breathtaking reality of what is happening next. The people who rejected your efforts, the individuals who looked at your situation and decided to close the door, were not the final arbiters of your worth. They were limited people, seeing through their own filters, making assessments based entirely on incomplete information. They could not see all the way through to the center of you, to the magnificent masterpiece I created, but I see all of it. When I look at you, I see someone entirely worth choosing. Think back to the times you felt rejected by someone whose approval you desperately sought. Let today be the day you take your identity back from their hands. Confirm this in the comments by writing, "My worth is defined only by God." Look closely at the empty space that the blocked path left behind. I do not create vacancies without having a glorious intention for the space. The empty places in your life are not evidence of my indifference. They are active construction sites. I am building something in your situation that is meticulously designed to hold, designed to last, and designed to carry the immense blessings that are coming. Some things take longer not because I am withholding, but because the full answer requires a complexity of preparation. A house that is built in 3 days cannot be trusted to hold in the same way as a house that is built carefully over the right amount of time. I need you to grasp this absolute truth today. The doors that are truly relevant to your ultimate purpose and your provision have not all been opened yet. The relationships that are assigned to your next season have not all arrived yet. I blocked the lesser path because I am preparing a table for you that is so vast and so beautifully aligned with your true calling that the previous path would have only been a dangerous distraction. Can you look at the empty spaces in your life today and see them not as graveyards of what you lost, but as the fertile construction sites of what is arriving? If you are ready to stop grieving the clearing and start anticipating the building, respond by typing, "I trust your construction in my life right now." Rest your weary mind today, my beautiful warrior. The desperate need to understand every rejection and closed door can finally end. You are exactly the person I chose for the magnificent purpose I have for you, and your season of glorious, undeniable triumph is safely underway. My beloved child, I want you to breathe deeply right now and let the frantic anxiety of these past few weeks finally leave your body. You have been running on an empty tank, trying to mentally hold together a situation that I was actively dismantling for your own good. You have spent too many nights staring at the ceiling, replaying conversations, and trying to decipher the hidden meanings behind their sudden coldness. Pay very close attention to what is happening in the silence they left behind. The adversary knew exactly what he was doing when he positioned that specific person so close to your heart. He recognized your capacity for immense love, your unwavering loyalty, and your pure desire to see the best in others. He used those beautiful traits to create a slow, silent drain on your spiritual energy. You were pouring your genuine affection into a vessel that was deliberately cracked, designed to leave you constantly depleted, exhausted, and questioning your own fundamental worth. If you are ready to permanently stop fighting for a connection that was secretly draining your spirit, type "I release the burden" in the comments below and let my deep rest settle into your weary bones today. Listen carefully, chosen one. I need you to understand the profound secret about the exhaustion you are feeling right now. Your weariness is not a sign that you are failing. It is the natural consequence of surviving a hidden spiritual battle. You were fighting an enemy who smiled at you, who offered you words of support in public while quietly betting against you in private. I had to step in and forcefully sever that tie because your heart is simply too loyal to walk away on its own. I removed them because I love you too much to let you continue carrying someone who was subtly trying to anchor you to the ground while I was teaching you how to fly. If you are hearing this now, the era of you shrinking your light to accommodate their hidden envy is permanently over. I am actively clearing the stage of your life. The isolation you might be feeling in this exact moment is not a permanent state. It is merely the quiet, transitional hallway between the false companions of your past and the genuine, steadfast relationships I am bringing into your next chapter. Do not miss what is shifting in the spiritual atmosphere at this exact second. I am preparing to surround you with individuals who possess genuine hearts. I am orchestrating connections with people who will look at your brilliance and celebrate it, rather than trying to extinguish it to make themselves feel taller. These new companions will not require you to constantly prove your value or carefully manage their fragile egos. Confirm that your heart is open to receive these true and healing connections by writing "I welcome genuine love" in the comments right now. You do not have to spend another moment mourning the loss of a relationship that was secretly poisoning your destiny. The tears you wept over their deception are being transformed by my hands into the very waters that will nourish your new season. I am healing the sting of their betrayal and removing the heavy, invisible burden of self-doubt they tried to plant in your mind. Listen carefully to what your future looks like without their shadow casting a gloom over it. You are going to walk with a lightness you have not felt in years. The doors that they tried to subtly close on you, the opportunities they downplayed and discouraged you from pursuing, are swinging wide open by my divine command. The success I am bringing into your life will be so undeniable, so completely marked by my supernatural favor, that it will leave your doubters utterly speechless. You will not need to say a single word to defend yourself or prove your worth to those who walked away. I am your ultimate vindicator, and your overwhelming, radiant success will be the only response required. Chosen one, lift your beautiful head today. Do not look back at the ruin of their deceit. Look forward to the magnificent, unhindered path I have laid out exclusively for you. If you claim this overwhelming victory and divine vindication over your life today, simply type Amen to seal this promise. Rest your weary mind in my presence. The storm of their deception has finally passed, and your season of undeniable, radiant triumph has beautifully begun. My beloved child, do not move from where you are right now. I have come into the quiet space of your day, because the most crucial phase of this transition is about to unfold. If you are hearing this now, it is because the painful, agonizing season of removal is officially complete, and the breathtaking season of multiplication has beautifully begun. You have survived the divine surgery. You endured the sharp sting of realizing that someone you loved was quietly working against you, and you trusted me enough to let them walk away. But I know that the silence they left behind has sometimes felt incredibly heavy. What I am about to show you will completely wash away the lingering residue of their betrayal. The enemy wanted you to stare at the empty space in your life and interpret it as isolation. He wanted you to believe that losing that false connection meant you were destined to walk this road completely alone. But I cleared that space intentionally, and I do not create vacancies without having a glorious intention for the newly opened room. If you are ready to stop mourning the people who walked away and start welcoming the genuine connections I am bringing, type I embrace the new in the comments below, and let my healing wash over your spirit. Listen carefully, chosen one. I am actively arranging the arrival of sincere, steadfast companions who will erase the shadows of sadness you have been feeling. I am bringing people into your life who will not require you to constantly prove your worth, walk on eggshells, or perform a lesser version of yourself to keep their fragile egos comfortable. These new companions will look at your brilliant light and celebrate it, rather than secretly plotting to extinguish it. But that is not all I am doing. Pay very close attention to the massive shift happening in the spiritual atmosphere right now. The people who secretly looked down upon you, who wore masks of friendship while waiting eagerly for your downfall, are about to become the silent audience to your greatest elevation. I am bringing you out of the desert and leading you into a fertile land where miracles flourish. The doors that seemed permanently bolted against you are swinging wide open by my divine command, revealing pathways of provision you never imagined were possible. I am going to bless your finances, restore your health, and pour out a holy blessing upon your household until it absolutely overflows. Confirm that you trust my divine timing and provision today by writing God is my protector right now. Do not miss the breathtaking reality of what is waiting for you. When this overwhelming success arrives, the very people who turned their backs on you will be left completely astounded. They will look at the undeniably radiant, powerful person you have become, and they will realize the magnitude of their mistake. They will see that they completely missed the profound opportunity they were seeking when they chose to deceive and reject you. But you will not have to say a single word to them, and you will not have to lift a finger in revenge. Your vindication is perfectly secure in my hands, and your undeniably beautiful life will be your ultimate response. I have placed my mighty warrior angels around your home to stand guard over your peace. Misfortune, scarcity, and deceit will no longer be permitted to cross your threshold. The heavy chains of anxiety and debt that have kept you awake at night are being shattered by my power this very moment. If you receive this overwhelming abundance and total vindication today, simply type I claim my blessing to seal this truth in your heart. Take a deep, cleansing breath, my beautiful warrior. The long night of deception and confusion is over. Let the frantic anxiety finally leave your body. You have passed the test. Your roots have grown deep, and you are stepping into a future that is entirely safe, perfectly provided for, and unconditionally loved by me. Rest your weary mind today, because everything concerning you is going to be wonderfully, perfectly well. My beloved child, do not move from where you are right now. I have come into the quiet space of your day because the most crucial phase of this transition is about to unfold. If you are hearing this now, it is because the painful, agonizing season of removing false friends is officially complete, and the breathtaking season of multiplication has beautifully begun. You have survived the divine surgery. You endured the sharp sting of realizing that someone you loved was quietly working against you, and you trusted me enough to let them walk away. I know that the silence they left behind has sometimes felt incredibly heavy, but I need you to listen carefully. What I am about to show you will completely wash away the lingering residue of their betrayal. The enemy wanted you to stare at the empty space in your life and interpret it as isolation. He wanted you to believe that losing that false connection meant you were destined to walk this road completely alone. But I cleared that space intentionally, and I do not create vacancies without having a glorious intention for the newly opened room. If you are ready to stop mourning the people who walked away and start welcoming the genuine connections I am bringing, type "I embrace the new" in the comments below and let my healing wash over your spirit right now. Pay very close attention to the massive shift happening in the spiritual atmosphere today. I am actively introducing sincere and steadfast companions into your life who will completely erase the shadows of sadness and isolation you have been feeling. I am bringing people into your path who will not require you to constantly prove your worth, walk on eggshells, or perform a lesser version of yourself to keep their fragile egos comfortable. These new companions will look at your brilliant light and celebrate it, rather than secretly plotting to extinguish it. But that is not all I am doing. Do not miss the breathtaking reality of what is waiting for you just steps ahead. Those who secretly looked down upon you, who wore masks of friendship while waiting eagerly for your downfall, are about to become the silent audience to your greatest elevation. I am bringing you out of the desert and leading you into a fertile land where miracles flourish. The doors that seemed permanently bolted against you are swinging wide open by my divine command, revealing pathways of provision you never imagined were possible. I'm going to bless your finances, restore your health, and pour out a holy blessing upon your household until it absolutely overflows. Confirm that you trust my divine timing and absolute provision today by writing "God is my protector" in the comments right now. Listen carefully to what happens next. When this overwhelming success arrives, the very people who turn their backs on you will be left completely astounded. They will look at the undeniably radiant, powerful person you have become, and they will realize the magnitude of their mistake. They will see that they completely missed the profound opportunity they were seeking when they chose to deceive and reject you. But you will not have to say a single word to them, and you will not have to lift a finger in revenge. Your vindication is perfectly secure in my hands, and your undeniably beautiful life will be your ultimate and final response. Pay very close attention to this promise over your home. I have placed my mighty warrior angels around your dwelling to encamp and stand guard over your peace, watching over your dreams and ready to battle any darkness on your behalf. Misfortune, scarcity, sickness, and deceit will no longer be permitted to cross your threshold, for my majestic presence surrounds you, warding off harmful spirits and bitterness. The heavy chains of anxiety that have kept you awake at night are being shattered by my power this very moment. Take a deep cleansing breath, my beautiful warrior. The long night of deception and confusion is over. Let the frantic anxiety finally leave your body. You have passed the test. Your roots have grown deep, and you are stepping into a future that is entirely safe, perfectly provided for, and unconditionally loved by me. Rest your weary mind today, because everything concerning you is going to be wonderfully, perfectly well. If this message reached a tender place in your heart today, do not keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who is fighting a hard battle and needs to know that God has not forgotten their pure heart. Your simple act of sharing might be the exact light that guides them out of their darkness and gives them the courage to hold on for one more day. Subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you never miss the divine words of encouragement, provision, and protection I have prepared to speak over your life. Type Amen in the comments below to claim this sudden overflow, seal this profound victory, and declare your unwavering trust in my perfect plan.